Yeah, well, just put these over there. And then close the door. And then close the door. Put it. Okay. Testing 1 2 3 for those guys watching. Just give me a quick radio check. Thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. Thank you, Pesky. All right, we're just going to try something new tonight, guys, and maths as well. Thanks. It sounds like a competition that I'm up against, so thank you.
Green light. Go, go,
All right, here we are, Zandvoort. Just might be a little bit distracted. Just going to try a few new things here, just while we kick off. But we're at Zandvoort PS4, PS5, PlayStation console, Heat 4, Split 2. So we'll just jump on board with a couple of these guys. And if I have any technical things going on, there's a reason why. Is because this is the first time. So hello to everyone out there. This is the first time that I've actually ever done this. So hoping to bring that next level of engagement back to the audience. Alrighty, so we're just jump on board with Jamie for a sec. I noticed that Jamie was in the Porsche 911 GT3 and sort of wasn't surprised by that, but just interesting that he's giving it a crack tonight, as I have mentioned before, guys, with you know, the update on the 22nd of February is that there's going to be some BOP changes to the Porsche. So welcome to the guys that have jumped on board. Certainly through the qualifying period. If there's anything that you think that I need to change, if the camera's too bright, if I'm too loud, not loud enough, just let me know. Don't reference the maths, whatever you do. Married at first sight. So Drew, if that's what you're sitting there watching, mate, you're probably better off on board with me, buddy. Just saying. A little bit more educational, I reckon. Well, just jump on board with Jamie. He's just gone around turn 1. Still a lap here. Turn 2, turn 3 is a right-hander. Turn 4. This is this is turn 3 now, but this is a really hard corner to get right. You've got to really come in there nicely, but if you go out too wide in the marbles, you will push out into the wall and can brush off a fair bit of speed. But Just on board with Jamie in the Porsche, you can see that his smoothness of steering wheel action is quite good. So he certainly looks like he's got this thing hooked up already. So nice little bit of trail braking going on there as well. This is another tough corner, turn 10, into the lead up into turn 11. Just little chicane. Set the curbing there, just want to hit the brakes, go in nice and deep. But the biggest thing with this track as well too, guys, is curbing. So one of the things that happens is that it's brutal on the tyres. Like, you don't realise, if you've got your suspension set up soft, you won't even realise that you start to lose tyre pressure and that type of thing. So having a puncher around here is certainly not ideal. But so Jamie, let's have a look at the timing just quickly. So Jamie's gone through with a 1 minute 35.8. Just wait for some of the other guys to come through as well, as they start to record a time, and that will happen quite soon. I noticed that Crashy Mate was actually quite quick. I think it was about 3/10 off of Jamie in practice. So sporting the number 1 on the black Audi, it's always a confident statement right there. So certainly, if you're going to put your money on anyone to come through, Crashy Mate would certainly be the one. I know over the last few races, what's happened is, he's had some pretty good qualifying positions, some really good starts, but unfortunately, due to circumstances with contact from other cars, you always find that Jamie's gone wide there as well. So we've got Bounty in the Bentley with the bright pink. Not sure what the story is behind Bounty with the pink, but certainly sticks out and very bright. I'll say that much for sure. So down in P2, 7/10 behind Jamie. Just wait for a few of these other guys to cycle through. We've got Black Falcon in the Porsche. I actually don't mind the look of this Porsche as well. I have a feeling that after the update, the Porsche and the McLaren potentially could be the two cars that are the favourites with quite a few people. So Black Falcon was the AM1 champion from last year, season 5, driving the Nissan GTR Nismo. They do a really good job. And who else we got? Max here. So Max, I watched Max the other night, actually last night to be honest, on Race on Oz channel that JJ did. I'm not sure who the co-commentator was with him at the time, but that was in PC World with the I think it was about 39 cars there at Laguna Seca. Just nuts with the amount of cars, on such a small track. And I know that some of those guys running at the back, and when I say guys, we'll call them BOPs, so the BOPs, the back of position, or back of packers. I think I referenced to my two brothers, Tom and Stu Parsons, both new to the league, and definitely trying to keep out of trouble. Go boys, how you going? Hopefully, if you're on board watching tonight, we'll certainly drop us a comment. Just another one that we've got, football to the groin. Just a big shout out to the owner of that YouTube name. His name is Shane. Big happy birthday to you today too, mate, and thank you very much for dinner tonight. I didn't get the opportunity to say thank you, so I really appreciate that for doing that. JJ Penguin, just a massive shout out to JJ. This is certainly one of the guys in the league that puts it on the line with his racing, but also you know, with everything that he does behind the scenes. And I say this every time I commentate, but it's just amazing with the work that he does. So it looks like I've been pranked through the comments of Love Face. I've got no what that is, but anyway, moving right along. So Bounty's put it, here we go. So we've got, this is interesting. Bounty's put it on P1, 9/100ths of a second in front of Jamie, who's in the Porsche, and JJ Penguin's just gone 3/10 behind Jamie with Crashy Mate, 1.4 seconds. Kraken in P5 at this stage, 2.3 seconds behind. Incy, Black Falcon, Gaza, JCR, Tabasco, Max, RO Gant. So I'm not sure. Haven't actually come across RO. I might just call him AG if that's okay, mate. If you've got any issues with that, just let me know, and then we can go from there. Let me see if I can just block this. Here we go. 1 second, guys. Just going to try and hide the user that's coming through on the chat. So we've got 14 races tonight. As I said, we're at Zandvoort. Consists of a total of 14 corners. So this is actually an old track. Started way back even pre-World War II. 1932, I think that they initially started to do races here at Zandvoort, so it has been around for a long time, and I can also say that it is actually quite a tricky track to try and navigate around. I've done quite a few laps around here myself, and certainly it's not that easy, but should be good fun, I think. So we just need some of these guys just to pick up the pace a little bit and get Hammer in there. Where's Hammer? What's he in the Ferrari? Let's just see what he does. Hasn't actually registered a time yet, so just out in the marbles a little bit. Still got 5 minutes left of the qualifying. Yeah, the pink Bentley, football to the groin, absolutely looks ace. It's very, very bright, that's for sure. Here we go. So we've got another car that's just joining in a Lexus car 35, so this will be interesting to see who this is. Vert Wheeler. So Vert's come across as well, so awesome. That just brings us up to 15 contenders for tonight. So yeah, the thing is, Pesky, with the Porsche, mate, and it's a good point that you make actually. The Porsche is super quick on the smaller, tighter tracks because of the braking performance and the acceleration. Where it misses out is the top end speed down big long straight. So, you know, if we're at Bathurst or Paul Ricard, Spa, you know, the season I was in the Porsche, it's just basically people just drive past you like you're not even there. So just want to do a big shout out to Lenny Dogs, mate, if you're there. I know you got school tomorrow, buddy. Good luck, love you heaps. Have a great day tomorrow. I know that you're watching now. Unfortunately, Barra Dog's not on this series. He's in the other race, so you can't watch him. So Dad's going to have to be your favourite for the moment. Alrighty, we've got 3 minutes to go. I'm just going to break to an advert for a quick second. I'm just going to hide the label of. Well, I'll just have a quick refreshment. So apologies to anyone watching that isn't able to have a frothy on a weeknight before work. Rightio, thank you, mate. So Nick's streaming the other race for the other series. I believe they had probably about 18 cars in that split, so split one. Good luck to Nick for doing that. I know that this is a good lead up to the actual season kicking off post February 22 and the update. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what all that looks like, which I'll be joined by Jamie TC, who's currently in position 2 at the moment. I'll just see where he's at. I have no doubt that he'll be trying to hunt down. So Jamie is a champion of all champions in the Pro Series. Won the championship officially 2 times. I think might have been a 3rd one in the very first season before it actually all kicked off. So Bounty's on the start finish line. He'd be pretty happy with that position. Now the Bentley, interesting around here, whilst it is quick, it also absorbs the curbs, like basically just sucks the curbs up. But what happens is when you're driving around, what you'll find is that punch is something shocking. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see how all that goes for Bounty, if he can get a good start from P1. So the race that we've got is 60 minutes, 15 cars on track. So we've got Vert that came in very, very late in the Lexus. Awesome sounding car with a big V8. Hopefully you can just drop a time down before the time runs out. We've got AG in the, where is he? In the Aston Martin by the looks of it. Familiar in P12. Max Gassett in P11. Hey Saint, how are you, buddy? I'm missing you here tonight too, mate. It's always good to have you on board when you're racing. So and your support crew that generally jump in. So certainly share the link, mate. Get your mate from the country involved, and I'm hoping that with the camera it's not too distracting. I'm hoping that I'm not too bright, but just wanted to try and bring a next level of engagement to the guys, put a face to the name just when we are driving around. Fair enough. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't get my sim rig set up in time, so he's devastated. That's okay, mate. It's what happens, unfortunately. And there you go. So we've a couple of guys cycle around. Jamie has put it in on P1, which I thought may have happened. We've got JJ just cycling around. He's got the lights on. Here. Just coming around towards turn 13, which will take him onto turn 14 and onto the start-finish straight. So he's nearly 6/10 behind Jamie in the Porsche. So 35.3 is a very respectable time. Straight into the pits and smashes. So obviously he's not very happy with what that there looked like. So Vert Wheeler, last chance to try and move up a couple of positions. Got a few family watching tonight as well. I've got the good wife on board, brother-in-law, brothers, nephews. So hopefully you enjoy the stream tonight, guys. As Vert goes over the start-finish line and just improves by 1 spot. I'm not sure. Okay, so JJ's on there twice. I'm not sure what's actually going on there. Okay, rightio. So qualifying positions, we'll do a grid walk at the moment. So we've got Jamie and Bounty in the first 2 positions. So Jamie will have the inside line into turn 1, that was right-hander. JJ and Crashy Mate, both in the Audis. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. Gaza and JCR In row 3, Black Falcon and Kraken in row 4, Incy and Tabasco row 5, Max and Familia row 6, AG and Vert in row 7, and then Hammer bringing up the rear in his Ferrari 488. So it's hopefully that he gets to improve that position, so it would be good. Hello Jacko, how are you, buddy? I'm glad you've jumped on board, mate. Good to see you there. Just while we're waiting for the race to start, guys, just a big shout out to the Race on Oz team and the admin involved. There was a message that went out the other day with regards to etiquette of behaviour within the league. So certainly, if you haven't read that, definitely jump on board and have a read. It's certainly super important that we make sure we keep the racing fun for everybody, and certainly we don't want to upset anyone unnecessarily. So as long as everyone has a read of the that briefing that was put out and has an understanding. If there's something that you don't understand, make sure you put your hand up and ask the question. So we're all here to have fun. Hey HSV, how are you, buddy? Glad you have joined us and hope you're kicking along okay. Cheers. Alrighty, so 2 minutes and 26 seconds, but yeah, so just with the admin in the background, thanks. Yeah, the big season coming up for 2022, there's a lot going on. Make sure that you throw all your support behind those guys, and also even I noticed with the podium that Bounty's put together with the website, also making sure that we jump on board. So there is the thanks Andrew. There is the shout me a shoey. Even if it's just a couple of dollars, just to help with the website, just to get him up and running. It helps maintain the website, and it's for everyone across all leagues that in terms of information, race data, and things like that. So yeah, definitely jump on board with that. But guys, seriously can't wait for season 6 to kick off for 2022. I spent a fair bit of time out of the seat, to be quite honest. I was away for quite a few weeks, and then unfortunately diagnosed with being testing positive for COVID a few weeks ago, and probably about 3-4 weeks ago now. But that was a bit of a tough time as well. So make sure that you stay safe out there, and continue to hand sanitize and wear your mask, because it's definitely not something that you want to catch, that's for sure. And I know quite a few of my family have also had it too. So big shout out to those guys, and I have no doubts that some of those guys probably appreciated having a week off, not in the truck, driving long hours. So probably gave them a little bit more of an opportunity to jump in behind the rig and do some practice, which is exactly what I would have done. Yeah, that's the killer, HSV. You isolate when you're a close contact, and then if you do get it, you got to go through that cycle again, mate. But unfortunately, you staying at home and doing the right thing is protecting other people as well. So good on you. Alrighty, so the guys will be could have gone another week, Tomo, you reckon? Well, you still can. You've got younger family people there that need to be looked after, mate. Just as the guys cycle around for their formation lap, I believe that this has changed slightly. So this is back under controlled conditions where, when it comes down to the start-finish line, need to be in proper position and not exceed 70 kilometres per hour. Otherwise, it will turn into probably a drive-through penalty of some sort. So we'll jump on with JJ for race start, and hopefully we get a nice clean race. Just while we're doing this again, so again, just while remembering, big shout out to the stewards group that obviously have been very, very busy, given that Assetto Corsa on console and PC have come together, and the few PC races I've seen, there's been a lot of contact. I have no doubt there's been quite a few protests put forward. Again, there is a system for the protest, mate, so everyone can follow, and it's pretty simple. So do the right thing, and hopefully everyone is happy, and we can continue to enjoy each other's company and enjoy each other's competitiveness on track. Okay, so we've still got 15 in the field, which is good. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. It certainly helps to support what I do, and as I said, this is the first time that I've done any sort of camera work. Not drinking a Crownie either, by the way. Just saying. Gold label. I'm hoping that this helps bring a little bit more connection to the race. I guess the same. What it does too is it makes me a little bit more accountable. With the way, with the commentating, and making sure that we're doing the right thing, and certainly, look forward to feedback. Just tell me if it's good or if it's not. If it's not, then I'll go and stream somewhere else, but for other things, and not put it on the racing. So they're all starting to bunch up now. Just coming around onto turn 14 onto the start-finish straight. Got the two Audis together between JJ and Crashy Mate. Gazza in the black AMG in P5, and all slowing right down, so this is where they need to maintain the speed.
Green light, show them what you got.
Here we go. So Jamie's floored it. We'll just hold our breath for a moment. We'll just, hopefully turn 1 is without any issues, and so far it looks very, very clean, so that's awesome. Well, and Crashy Mate's already putting some pressure on JJ Penguin. So this is a 60-minute race. Definitely don't want to try and win the race on the first lap. We know what happens if you touch somebody. How quickly these cars turn around. What's going on here with the timing? Okay, yep. So we're just cycling through on the timing. We've got Jamie and Bounty, JJ Penguin, Crashy Mate, Gazza, JCR in the McLarens. Just drop back a little bit off Gaz. We've got in the Porsche number 53, Tabasco's just in behind Black Falcon in the white Lamborghini. We've got KK 5326 in the Ferrari, and Izzy's just popping up behind him in the Lexus as well. In terms of closeness of battle, Vert Wheeler, so he's moved up a spot. He's just taken Max Gassett on the inside. Coming around onto turn 13, cycling through to turn 14. So Vert's on the move at the moment. I also believe that the pit stop is fixed, so it's in a certain time period. I think for about 9 minutes, I believe. And who's just shot down there? Is that Familiar's just shot down on the inside of Max as well? Looks like Familiar's just net coding a little bit, so that would be really, really hard for Max at the moment to try and deal with. But so Black Falcon in the black Porsche, certainly putting some pressure on. It's just dropped back a fraction. Looks like Jamie's just got nearly got 1 second lead. which is good. Crashy Mate's still sticking behind JJ Penguin, so certainly, you know, filling his mirrors with a black Audi. Let's just have a look through. Incy still putting a bit of pressure on KK, and we've got Familia in the Bentley, still pressuring Max in the Lexus. So we might just stick with Crashy Mate. He looks like he's, we'll jump on board with Crashy actually. He's gone a little bit wide. He's probably just lost some time there, because he comes down onto the start-finish straight. This is a very tricky braking mark here. There's a white line just comes up right there. So that's your braking point. So you want to try and turn in without going too wide. Stay off the curbs as much as you can, because it doesn't unsettle the car. Just turn it in just nicely. Again, that curb on the right inside is just terrible for unsettling the car. We'll just launch it. So Crashy has just dropped a little bit off, and that's just a case of, you know, going a little bit wide. I can't tell if his tyre pressures have dropped down, but his car looks quite stable actually, so hopefully everything's okay there. Sounds nice. Oh, and Penguin's gone off into the grass. Let's just... that's what happens. He's the only McLaren in the field, so Penguin would be probably kicking himself a little bit that's happened. But we do know that the Audi is not an easy car to drive, so it's... well, he's got Black Falcon. We'll be hunting him down as well. So Jamie's pulled a 2.8 second lead on Bounty in P2. In the pink Bentley, doing a great job. Crashy Mate up into P3 now because of the incident there with JJ Penguin, which then pushes Gazza up into P4 in the AMG. So I've got a feeling this might be the car of choice for Gazza in the season to come. He's basically been driving the AMG for all of these heat races, so definitely giving him a really good opportunity to get familiar with the car. I got very familiar with Gaz's AMG at Monza when he ploughed me in the back end at full speed and launched me nearly over the fence. So interesting race, that one at Monza. Unfortunately, that wasn't very good for myself in terms of an outcome. But moving forwards, we learn from our mistakes. So good luck to Gazza tonight. It's over there in Adelaide. Doesn't live that far away from Pesky, who Drew is also at home after his operation on his mouth with cancer. Hope you're doing well, mate. I did see the photo of you before. I certainly wouldn't be rushing over there to give you a kiss by any means, that's for sure. But I do wish you well. So JJ Penguin is trying to get back up into position, make some positions up after they're being lost. Just try and block this person as well. Not sure how these hackers come down and into the commentary. Yeah, you're right, Saint. Falcon is doing a really good job as Penguin takes an outside line around JCR, and that's a really, really good move, and especially on the outside as well. So he'll be bleeding that, he just touched the grass here. And actually the corner that we're coming up to, oh no, sorry, where are we? Coming up to now. Where we just cycle around through this corner. It's just there. If you go just a little bit too wide and clip the grass, it will actually drag you out, which is exactly what happened to JJ in that situation. So familiar on Max. So this is a good battle between these guys. We'll jump on board with familiar. It looks like he's definitely putting some pressure on. I love the sound of the Bentley. Not when it gets oversteer like that. Pretty unsettling, but man, what a car. Just like the sound of it, it's just crazy. Love the way that it smashes through the gears. And the sound of that V8, it's just nuts. So who's he got in behind him? I'm not sure, car 96 who that was. But he's probably just dropped a little bit off. We'll just see what sort of straight line speed this Bentley's got. So Max is weaving from left to right a little bit, just trying to break the toe that Familia is getting on Max. So Max is probably a little bit fatigued from last night's race, especially at Laguna Seca and with that amount of cars. And I believe, just someone can tell me through the chat, if it rained as well. Didn't quite see the whole stream, but yeah, crazy if it did, especially with that amount of cars on a tiny track. It just, you don't get time to have a rest. And it was an endurance race too, so long race for those guys to endure that type of pressure, all the concentration. As Familia just goes a little, oh yep, thanks Tomo. That would have been fun for you guys, especially considering that you would have been racing around on a dry setup, and then with the rain, very good opportunity to learn how to drive in the wet on a dry setup, and you start to change all your ECU mapping and getting a nice balance of traction control. And I can only imagine using the VR system as well, what that would have looked like with on-screen schematics. Just nuts, I reckon. But anyway, Familia's doing a really good job just in behind Max. But you know, Max is actually driving a very good race. He's sticking to the racing line. He's just weaving from left to right, driving out the marbles. Yeah, I can imagine, mate. I can imagine. But I don't want a description of what that looks like. So no visuals in my head, please. So I believe you finished in P26, I think you said today, so that's really good considering where you started. And I do know that, you know, obviously you're going through that learning process and just enjoying that. So to finish up as far as you did, mate, with those circumstances of dry race to wet is an awesome outcome, so well done. Well, I'll just check out what the rest of the... So Jamie's pulled out a 6, nearly 7-second lead, so... Yeah, if this is an indication of what's to come, let's just have a look at times here. 35.4 is his best lap. I'll just be quiet for a second, but let's just have a listen to this thing just as he does a lap around Zandvoort. Ooh, I thought he was going to go on the grass then. Can't believe the car control with this thing that Jamie's just got. It's just absolutely just glued to the road. So he's got his TC1 and TC2 set at 2. Engine map at 8, so For those guys that don't know, with the Porsche, every other car, ECU map 1 is the most powerful setting when you're driving those particular cars. And with the Porsche engine, ECU map setting 8 is the most powerful for the Porsche. But geez, I just can't believe the gap that he's pulled. It's just crazy. But good on you, Jamie, and I'm bloody looking forward to you when we commentate together, mate. I seriously cannot wait. And you know, just shout out too, guys, if there's anyone watching that wants to jump on board and have a come on as a guest and come in a party and give us a hand with some of the commentating that we do, if you're not racing, happy for that to happen. And it's always good to have some new voices, and always good to bring new insights and information to the audience. So the more we can get out to you guys that are watching, and then when you watch your replay as well, is super important for the guys that are learning. So battles, where are we? So Incy 0.9 behind Tabasco. Who else we got? So AG's must have had an incident. He's in the Aston Martin. Oh, I reckon as a car of aesthetics, and just overall, I reckon this is probably one of the most sexiest cars out there on track, to be honest, the Aston Martin. So I can't wait to when we can actually do custom liveries through the PS4, PS5 console. Definitely want to have. I've got a livery in mind that involves myself and my brother-in-law's business. So if I can get that out there, and I reckon it'll be a pretty hot-looking livery, hopefully. But big shout out to Footy to the Groin. So again, thank you for tonight. It was a pleasure spending time. So JJ Penguin is catching up to Gaza. We'll jump on board with JJ. Now hopefully Gaza doesn't just let him drive by. So JJ's just showing his nose a little bit, just his intent, as they come down to turn 11 and 12. Tricky corners this one. You don't want to go too far out wide on the curbing. You can actually unsettle the car to the point where you do drop off time. And if you just drop off into the gravel a little bit here onto turn 14, will ruin your exit. Now, if you got your setup right, you can actually hold it flat going through turn 14. So hard on the brakes. So Gazza's an experienced racer. He's been around for a long time. He certainly would be fazed by the pressure that he's feeling right now. He's settling into the race. We've got 43 minutes to go. He knows that we've got a mandatory tyre change coming up. He'll have his fuel set at the right time. Now, I'm not sure if that's Gazza neck coating a little bit or if that's Penguin's screen, but it doesn't look. It just doesn't look too good. And Penguin gets nice and deep on the brakes there. Coming into turn 9, up into turn 10, left-hander. Good luck to the guys that are in split 1 as well. I know they had a pretty full grid. And good luck to Nick for with the commentating also, and all the new overlays that they've got that the guys from the broadcast group have been putting together. This Penguin goes a little bit deep there. This gives him a little bit of breathing room. So we'll just be able to take a bit of a breather here. So we know with the Audi, fast car, but very, very sensitive to bumpy tracks. Certainly can unsettle the car to the point where, you know, within a flash you'll just you'll be racing and then all of a sudden you're spun around. So should be very interesting to see if he can actually catch back up to Gaz, which I think he will. But catching up to Gaz is one thing, and then passing him is another. And we do know that with this type of racing, it's not about just driving up to someone, getting behind them. As you see, Penguin's lost it, or he's kept it off the wall, which is very, very lucky. So again, he'll be pretty disappointed with how that just played out there. It gives Gaz the breathing room again. He's got a little bit of time to make up now. But that's how sensitive it is. So we've got KK on Max. So Familia's dropped right off. So Max has endured the pressures of Familia in the Bentley there for a few laps. And then we've got KK in the Ferrari, who's also sporting a little bit of damage on the front end of his GT3 Ferrari, which certainly won't be helping his front end grip. You only need the slightest little bit of damage to upset the aero balance, and it's enough to, you know, push the understeer through corners, which can be quite frustrating actually. But he's definitely letting him know that he's there. And Max is doing a really good job at driving defense. I just knew that was going to happen. I could see it. So Max right now, probably, if he hasn't thrown something, he probably will. But Cray needs to give that spot back. Well, Max is getting going again, so that's good. I'm glad that he's done that. But he did the right thing there. He kept his racing line. Unfortunately, he got a bit of a tap in the right-hand rear quarter panel. That has turned him around. And he will be super disappointed with that. So just hang in there, mate. You've got 39 minutes to go. And you know, it's a long time to race still. Anything can happen in that time. Black Falcon on JCR. Always got a little bit oversteery there. Just tail end kicked out. Great looking car with that livery. Just the flat black just, you know, really sets it off. Looks low to the ground, fat tyres, and to be quite honest, I mean, Jamie's an experienced driver, and nothing against any. I think that was JCR just off on the left there, which it was. So basically, he's just handed Black Falcon and NC those two spots for free. So, but with the Porsche, one of the most difficult things is with the Porsche, whilst it is a fast car. It does stick to the track like glue. It's one of the hardest cars to set up in terms of getting the aero balance right. So because the motor is at the rear, it's got a tiny diffuser, it's got a massive rear wing, and the fuel tank is at the front. So when the car's full of fuel, it will drop the front ride height down, which could affect the aero balance percentage by, you know, anywhere between 0.2, 0.3, which is a lot when you're trying to get the car balance correct. So alright, so Jamie, 11 seconds, coming up behind AG there in the Bentley. He's doing it very, very comfortably. Bounty in the very pink Bentley in position 2, 11.2 seconds behind Jamie, and Crashy Mate, car number 1, in the Gentos Audi, doing a very good job with Gazza in P4, and there's JJ Penguin, even after his mistake, he's certainly on the hunt. So we do have the pit stops coming up. For you guys out there that do race, you know how sensitive it is to come into a pit box. You've only got to miss it by the smallest of mounts, and you basically can sit there what feels like an eternity, where it's like you just watch the clock. Actually, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds waiting for the car to move back into position, and once that happens, it's just that frustrating. You know that you're gonna lose a lot of track time, especially if you're in a position where you're fighting other drivers for position. It makes it really tough. So JCR coming up on Incy. We'll keep an eye on that battle. Vert Wheeler down in P14. Familiar P13. Max in P12. And who's number 97? KK's just gone around as well. So well, it's good. So one of the things that I really, even though he's had a stack and he's hit the wall, he's done the right thing by holding the brake, and he's not allowed his car to move. So what that does is that for the cars that come up behind him, it means that they can go past him and navigate past him without his car rolling and making contact with you as you go past. There's nothing worse when you're going past somebody that they're still moving, and it will clip your car and cause damage, and so very frustrating. But so KK, well done, mate. You've done an excellent job there by just holding your position. I have no doubts that pit window will be opening up very soon. I've still got the full grid of 15 that we started with. We've got a few of the guys. A couple of the big movers I can see there is Black Falcon and Tabasco. Gazza, I think, started in P5, so he's gone up a spot. Yeah, no, it all looks pretty sure. I'm not sure what's going on there with... Who was that? Oh, he's okay, blue flag, so yeah, that's all good. This is probably the closest battle on track at the moment between JCR and Incy in the Lexus. It's a shame with the Lexus livery that you can't actually do more with it. It'd be nice to be able to actually change a little bit more in the way of colours and whatnot. So we've got a track temperature of 26, ambient temperature of 23. And to be quite honest, I didn't even check what the temperature was at the race start. So if the track temperature's either gone up or gone down, I reckon that some of these guys will be sweating on the pit stop window opening up, which will be very soon. They'll do their tyre change and basically do tyre pressures from there as well. So Penguin is getting closer. He is reeling in Gazza lap by lap. And what he needs to do is just keep his head. He needs to stay the course, just keep his car off the curbs. He's got a fair bit of time left to be able to make the move, or at least put some pressure on Gaz. So what he wants to try and do is get up to Gazza and hopefully force Gazza into a mistake. Now I've done a lot of laps behind Gazza and he doesn't make very many mistakes at all. So Gazza's the team captain of Team BHR, Bruce Hale Racing. Does a very good job with the team. Very supportive of a lot of the guys there. We've got a pretty good friendship with a lot of us in that team, including myself. There's quite a few of us that have support roles within the team, so They always say that a good leader is somebody that surrounds himself with good people. So, so JJ's just gone into the pits. Maybe the pit window opened. I didn't see that. So that's interesting. Well, it looks like it probably has, because KK's also registered a pit stop. So there you go. So yeah, just getting back to Gaz. Does a really good job with the team. Certainly looking forward to, or hopefully, you know, in season 6 of 2022, still get to drive and be part of Team BHR. You know, I love being involved with a team as Gaz. It just goes a bit slidey through there. Thank God he didn't get the old Scandinavian flick going, where, you know, your head goes one way and your body goes another way and the hands go another way, and then all of a sudden your cars turn around and you're in a wall. So we've got a few of the guys actually in the pits at the moment. So we've got Tabasco, Black Falcon, and AG's in the pits. So Penguin's completed his pit stop. Now it'll just be interesting when Gazza finally goes into the pits, actually where he comes out, whether it's in front of JJ still or is side by side or behind. But right now, Jamie, we've got bounties in the pits as well. So the crowd right now in the grandstand will clearly be seeing Bounty in the pink car. But Jamie in P1 doing a fantastic job. Just flying around in that Porsche. Great livery. I love the white overlay with the red and the black. It looks pretty tough. Let's just see where Bounty. So this is a mandatory tyre change.
Still a long way to go.
It is a 30-second pit stop. So in terms of race start, you'll start with the amount of fuel before you actually make your pit, and then through that 30-second mandatory stop of tyres, you will put another load of fuel on with a fresh set of tyres. I'll just jump on board with Gazza for a sec, just see if there is any indication in terms of pits. Doesn't look like it, so maybe there isn't a pit window. Maybe it's just free for all. I'm not sure. I didn't read the driver briefing, by the way. This is a last minute thing, so I only just bought the camera the other day. I told the wife I was going to buy a new TV, which I did. Because I've got the PlayStation 5, I went and bought the 4K TV Hisense from the good guys. I can tell you that it is amazing in terms of the picture quality is outstanding. So here goes Gazza, he's just going to drop into the pits. Ooh, he's just dropped it nice on the pit limiter. Let's just see where JJ Penguin is at the moment on track. So it's just coming up to turn 11. Turn 11 and turn 12. So this is going to be close. So Gaz is still in the pits. Just excuse me while I have a quick refresher. So on turn 14, Gaz is still in the pits. Hasn't moved. Dropped just now, so there you go. So JJ has been able to pull a substantial gap on Gazza from the pits, and that literally could be the difference between, you know, coming up to the pit box and overshooting the box just, you know, by half a tyre. And then it basically just, you know, ruins the race, as I was saying before. So we've got Vert and KK in the pits as well. Jamie and Crashy Mate in the pits. So Jamie's doing this quite comfortably. I think he had like a 16-second lead over Bounty anyway, as he was coming in. So I have no doubts that he will come out with a fair bit of a gap. Let's just get rid of this thing here. I don't know how this comes through. You'll probably see the hat here, guys, number 6. So we went to the Speedway here at Avalon in Melbourne here a couple of weeks ago, and Cam Waters for Monster Energy, driving the Mustang in the V8 Supercars, is also trying his hand at dirt track sprint car racing. Did an awesome job actually down at Avalon. So I've got to tell you that a lot of his merchandise is looks quite good. So young Lenny Dogs went there sporting a t-shirt for someone else who I can't remember who it was, to be quite honest, but it didn't take long for him to be converted over to Cam Waters, and he got the jumper and the hat and everything else that you could buy. So not his money, of course, but he's appreciative of it. So coming in the future as well, so I've got some of my own hats coming and t-shirts with the number 72, my racing number. So look out for that. Hopefully have that in a couple of weeks. There's Black Falcon in the Porsche. It's definitely, it's got Tabasco just in front of him, 0.6, 6/10 in front. We'll just jump on board with Tabasco. Oh, he's just getting a little bit taily there. So was Black Falcon. We'll just have a look. Like the Porsche just is nuts under brakes. You just have a look at this thing, just dives in. Just coming up into Sector 3, turn 11 and 12. And just watch the Porsche, just nice and deep over the curbing. Just rides the apex there just nicely. Well, it's good that these guys have got a battle, and I know that these guys have battled quite a bit in the AM series of Season 5. So they would certainly be used to each other's racing styles and how they drive. So. And all it takes is exactly what happened to Tabasco just then, just to get a little bit unsettled. Rear end starts to just fish out a little bit, drop off. He's gone wide there, he's out in the marble, so this is certainly playing into Black Falcon's hands at the moment. Well, that Porsche has got no damage on it whatsoever. So for the guys that are new as well, you'll see that helicopter radar just up above in the middle of the screen there. Super important that you utilise that as much as you can. So, you know, with all that close racing, as Black Falcon just tries to drop it down the outside and do the over and under. Super important to use that helicopter radar. Sorry, I've just got to... I have to work out how that happens, but just getting bombarded with some of the spam that comes through on the chat. So you can see there, we had Jamie, who's got his TC1 and TC2 set on 2 and 2, where Black Falcon's got his set on 3 and 3 with an ABS of 4 and an engine map of 1. So this is where he's made a mistake here, and I hope that when he watches the stream, I will actually send him a message post-race. But right now, for the job that he's doing and being able to keep up with this Lamborghini is, oh, he saved it. Very, very well done. But what's happening is he's literally driving around on the lowest ECU map setting. So the power delivery will be at its lowest. For the Porsche, so anyone that's thinking about driving the Porsche, you want to be on map setting 8. 8 is the highest, which is probably why it's still getting on throttle oversteer on corner exit, and that would probably be, you know, to do with aero balance setup. But right now, if he was on map setting 8, he would not be sitting here in this position behind Tabasco. He would absolutely be pressuring him more so than what he is. So mate, if you watch this video stream back post race, that is a massive learning curve right there. That map 1 in the Porsche is the slowest. So yeah, definitely don't want to be doing that. But yeah, for the guys that have jumped on tonight through the very much for your support. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you haven't subscribed, certainly do. I do quite a few of these commentating streams for Race on Oz, and hopefully looking to also set up for the Race on Oz Project Cars 2 series that's about to start, which I believe that they've got their meet and greet this Sunday night. So good luck to those guys for Project Cars 2. So that's run by Stu and Addy. Good luck. Two divs, I believe, so 2 full divs for those guys. So a big shout out to those guys in Div 1 and Div 2. So to the Sunday night streams, if I can get that set up, I'd certainly love to give you guys some airtime and just show what the Race on Oz community, the Project Cars 2 series as well. So let's just have a look here. Just wanted to say thank you. Thanks everyone for stopping by. It's been fantastic. We've got Black Falcons just absolutely putting pressure on. Oh, I just wish that someone can send him a message and tell him to turn his ECU mapping to 8. He won't know himself. I don't know if there's any Ron Burgundy fans out there, but I did get a game off my brother-in-law this afternoon. The Ron Burgundy, I can't even see the box, I can't tell you what it is exactly, but it's got a couple of good little cues in there. The one that I like is where he says, I'm all about having a good time, get a couple of cocktails in me, start a fire in someone's kitchen, maybe go to SeaWorld and take my pants off. So I always find that to be quite hilarious. The other one that I like as well, let me just find it here quickly. I'm kind of a big deal, people know me, so guys, yeah, for the guys that are watching, definitely share. As we see these guys just battling here right now. This is getting very, very close. Yeah, share my stream. Love that you jump on board and support. Can't thank you enough And again, just for if anyone's late coming on or just look forward to some feedback with regards to the camera, and hopefully it's working. Oh, this is really annoying me with regards to the comments. Let's have a look. Oh, he's pulled the move. Here we go. Tabasco's going to try and get it back up on. So this is close battling between these guys. This is the sort of stuff that we want to see. So Tabasco in the Lamborghini is going to be just coming into turn 11 and 12. He's just missed it. He's just staying off the curbing. The curbing is horrendous here at Zandvoort. And he is pulling away slightly. Pulled the smallest of margins from Tabasco. Not sure why the flagman is waving the blue flags. Yeah, 100% saying to him that was a ripping move. But he's not going to let him get away with it. Oh, he's gone off. Here we go. This will be interesting. Oh, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Oh, no. Yeah, so that's unfortunate between those two, but I'm not sure what's going on with Tabasco-wise. Probably just because he was on the grass, but that's all it takes, guys. You just, you come into a corner a little bit too hot, go on the grass. Your re-entry back on a track is a little bit off. And unfortunately with those guys that they had a little bit of front and rear contact that's just speared Tabasco off into the wall. But with 40 minutes to go, hopefully they can regroup and continue to race. We've got Jamie coming in up behind these two guys, so Jamie's just lapping them. Oh, Tabasco's just launched it off the curbing. So we've got Crashy Mate's just, it's not that far off Bounty actually with 14 minutes to go. Certainly be looking to capitalise and catch up. So we'll just keep an eye on that. How far is Gaza in behind Penguin? Where's the... Oh, he's quite a bit behind, so... Yeah, so all the guys have completed their pit stops. Just cycling around. Bert's just riding the curbs there. And KK coming around in P15. So we've got Black Falcon just trying to catch back up to Tabasco. They had a little bit of an altercation before. So Black Falcon did readdress his position back to Tabasco for the contact made. And we'll certainly be looking to try and hunt him down with 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Yeah, so as I was saying with the camera guys, hopefully, once you see the face and you put a face to the voice, it's not too disappointing for you guys. Certainly not a young fellow. I did turn 50 just the other day. I try and still play young. I did a couple of beer snorkels with the family, so Always a keen one to have a crack at the old beer snorkel. Actually, tell a lie, I don't think I did a beer snorkel. It was more a vodka cruiser, so a little bit easier to swallow. But yeah, just love this stuff. Love that I can bring it to the guys, to you guys at home. I hope you're sitting there with your friends or your families or your nanas and poppers and brothers and sisters and nephews and nieces, whatever it might be. And the viewing is okay. So I'm going to stick with these two. This is the hottest battle on track at the moment, and Tabasco is absolutely using every inch of the track right now. Oh, it's just so close, so close. Yeah, so Falcon's got no one behind him. Turn 11 and 12. Just drop it in. Just clipping the curb in there just slightly. Just stay off that one, and you want to stay off that one there if you can as well. Turn in nice and early. Just drop it in over the ripple strip. Just a little bit unsettled, so it's a bit of a lift off on the accelerator pedal as he makes his way onto the start-finish straight. So he's a little bit behind, and this is where he will make up the time, and the gap will tighten up as they come into these sequence of corners. So you've got to just miss that curb if you can. Drop it in nice and tight around here, get a nice exit. Try and get it nice and smooth. Stay off all the bumps in the grass and any little dips. So nice corner entry, a little bit of understeer, and that will be with the fuel drop off, changing the aero balance of this car. So just a quick recap, we've got 9 minutes to go. So Jamie in P1 comfortably cycling around, absorbs the curve as it goes over, but be interesting to see what car choice Jamie picks for season 6. Also a BHR team member as well. Bounty 24 seconds behind. So again, Bounty is the owner and operator of the Podium website. As I said earlier in the piece, there is a spot on there where you can do shout me a shoey. So it's a couple of dollars that goes towards maintaining the website. If you haven't donated yet, make sure you can. Look, there's nothing saying you have to, but absolutely for everything that we do. And we spend hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars on our equipment. A few bucks here and there to help someone support a website that provides us with all of our race data and information and championship points is always awesome that we can have that available. And it's because of this man here that it's maintained, and not just maintained, but at such a high level. That it's just brilliant. So yeah, if you can jump on board there with Bounty and the Podium website, please do. Crash your mate in P3 in the Audi, cycling around quite nicely. So he's comfortably nearly 18 seconds in front of JJ Penguin. After those few incidents, oh no, here we go. So it's only 8 seconds by the looks of it. Oh no, it is 18, yep. And then Gazza's just coming up behind Familiar in the Bentley. So Gazza in the AMG. Probably need to put my money on that this is his car for season 6. Big shout out to Gaz too. So just became another family member join the big family of Gazza and his lovely wife over there in Adelaide. Little grandchild I'm sure that he's kicking along quite well. Won't be long before he's actually probably tugging at Gaz's legs when he's sitting in the race cockpit. So, and then we've got Tabasco in the Lambo, has actually pulled a bit of a gap now, so 1.8 seconds in front of Black Falcon. We've got Incy in the Lexus cycling around in P8. JCR in the McLaren. Who's he just coming up behind? This for position? I don't think so. No. Yep, so that was Vert Wheeler just letting him go by there. Hammer in the green Ferrari. So Hammer, when through qualifying, pretty much started last. So this is a really good effort, actually. I mean, just to make up 5 spots, genuinely, through close racing has been a very good outcome for him. So hopefully, you know, there's a fair bit of intel that he will take from this, which we'll be able to implement when Season 6 kicks off for Race on Oz, PS4, PS5 on console 2022, which we're all looking forward to, especially with the update. Max. So Max is very active in the Assetto Corsa space. Does a really good job. It's a very clean driver. It's got really good values and, you know, views on race etiquette. So really appreciate you know, Max's input there, and quite often have talks with Max through private messages. So good guy to have with Race on Oz as part of the console and PC racing leagues. And Familiar in a very clean looking Bentley in P12. So he has dropped down a couple of spots, but just an awesome looking car, good livery. Love the silver with the green. And Vert came in very, very late, so I don't even know if he's even had any practice, but a lot of this series has been directed at people just coming in and arriving and driving, and I reckon that might be Penguin right up his clacker. So Max will be getting the blue flags, does the right thing there and lets Penguin go through so he doesn't impede Penguin's progress on trying to catch up to Crushy Mate. Let's see where Crushy Mate is compared to Bounty. So he's still 7 seconds off. So we've got the field is just spreading out now. Everyone's done their pit stops. And the other thing with this series too is that what it's allowed for is, you know, you can pick a different car every heat. So it's an opportunity to, you know, try a car out. If it doesn't work, so be it. If it doesn't suit your driving style, you know, so be it. It doesn't matter. Give it a try. And basically, you know, if you find something that through the heats, I think we've got the semi-final and the grand final coming up for these split 1 and 2 of the races. It's just a learning opportunity. So I mean, you can see there right then with Hammer as he's coming to turn 3, just you know, the load on the left hand front wheel was just lifted up enough for the left hand front wheel to fully lock up. Now Hammer probably wouldn't even know. Oh, sorry, JCR. I apologise. JCR wouldn't even know that that had happened. But you know, anything like that happens to the tyres, because it's got a tread depth of 3 mil. I think it's when they get down to about 1.7, 1.5 mil left on the tyre, the tyres are practically destroyed. So he's just gone wide there as he's let JJ go through as well. That's always one of the hard things when you get blue flags. You don't want to interrupt anyone's progress, and sometimes you've got to just, you've got 3 or 4 corners where you can potentially continue to race, but what you want to do when you let someone come through under blue flags is do it on a straight if you can, where you can actually slow down and then quickly tuck in behind that car again, just to maintain race speed. If you do it on a corner and you're busy looking in the mirrors, you can actually go off track, like what just happened there with JCR as well. So Jamie's driving around in the Porsche in P1 comfortably. I'll tell you, one of the great features just before the race finishes as well with the Porsche is the at sort of like dusk or early morning or nighttime racing, the back muffler that you can see right there under the 100 and the Pro, the whole muffler glows red.
Leaders on final lap now.
So final lap just looks amazing, like just the aesthetics of that, and with the brakes glowing, brake disc glowing, it's just amazing to see the level of detail that's been brought to us in Assetto Corsa Competizione. So Jamie's on his last lap, done a really good job. He's led from the start, started in pole position. I'll certainly be sending Jamie a message tomorrow and just getting some feedback on his thoughts on the Porsche, and hopefully get a little bit of an idea of what his thinking is for car for season 6. I'm not sure if the BMW is going to be a car of choice, if it's what I was reading a little while ago with the BOP. Maybe it's Kunos needs to fix that up, but I think the Porsche and the McLaren will certainly be some hot contenders. So only a couple of corners left for Jamie. He's coming up to turn 13 before he cycles around onto turn 14, onto the start finish. So I'll be pretty happy with this. Probably more so for the car performance more than anything, but well done Jamie for race finish in P1. Well, very well deserved. Bounty in P2 as he comes around. Just got a couple of corners to cycle around. Yeah, you're right, St. Tim. This is really good racing, and not just by Jamie, by the rest of the guys as well. They've done a fantastic job, so congratulations to Bounty for his finish there. A little flush of the lights. Crashy, mate. Coming around on turn 14, the last corner. He's got a little bit of damage there, front and rear, so he's probably had a little bit of contact with some walls. JJ Penguin, as he cycles around now, he had those couple of off-track benches there, and I have no doubts that he probably would have been a little bit closer to a podium finish. So well done, JJ. And Gaza, respectable position 5, as he makes his way around. So Tabasco and Falcon, great battle between those guys. Well done, fellas. Incy in P8, JCR in P9, Hammer in P10. Yeah, thank you, mate. I just hope that the aesthetics of having the camera as well brings that next level. But well done to all the guys there. Really good racing. Really appreciate the fact that we could do it this way. Glad to be back as well, and certainly yeah, just hope that the camera just does it for you guys. I'm not the best looking bloke in the world by any means, that's for sure, but I won't be taking any clothes off, I can tell you that much. You don't want to see that. But no, good work to everyone there. Well done to the guys that have jumped on board with the viewing. Really appreciate it, and hitting the like button. It's been fantastic. Thank you to Race on Oz again for providing this opportunity for racing. Who have we got cycling around there still? That's Hammers just doing a final lap. But thank you so much to Race on Oz. Thank you to the admin that sits in behind, and certainly, for the guys that have raced tonight, jump on board, watch the replay. And my biggest tip for tonight is to Black Falcon, mate. Don't drive a Porsche on ECU map 1, dude. It's got to be on 8, especially in the dry. You would have killed it tonight for sure. It's, you need to ECU map 8, buddy. So I'll send you a private message after this just to make sure, because I don't want you to get caught like that again. But guys, from me, thank you. Certainly look forward to, if I can jump onto the GT4s on Thursday and do some commentating, I'll try. But thank you to everyone back there in their lounge rooms. Really appreciate you coming on board, and I will see you next time. Adman Racing 72. Catch.